What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes of your time here with me today. Now, we are going to pack quite a bit of information into this short video, right? And this is really just an introduction. So don't worry if you are left with some questions. We're going to get deeper and deeper into this, okay? So let's assume that we are hunting specific setups on the week, okay? We want to trade very specific types of trade setups. Even though we are day traders, we're trading on intraday charts like the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, or something like this, right? Even though we're getting in on a 1 minute chart, we don't want to be trading 1 minute setups on the 1 minute chart. We want to be entering trade setups on the 1 minute chart that are truly being driven by other time frame traders. Perhaps daily time frame traders are driving this market, okay? So we're just securing an entry into this setup that's being driven by other time frame traders. These are going to be the asymmetrical risk to reward opportunities, as Stacy Burke calls them, okay? These trades, some of these trades are trade setups that Stacy Burke calls ACB setups, ain't coming back setups. These things will go from one extreme of the range to the other, okay? So if it's on the day, we might trade from the low of the day straight to the high of the day, okay? Or on the weekly side of things, we might trade right from the high of the week straight down to the low of the week, and do this with a purpose and an intent, all right? And we want to learn to be able to recognize these trade setups forming, all right? So you can see that the title of this video is Smart Money Needs a Sucker, all right? Trading is a zero-sum game. For every winner, there's a loser. For every loser, there's a winner. Smart money is in the business of taking money from the many and putting it into the accounts of the few, all right? That's the name of the game. And we know that smart money strategy, if we break it down to the bare bones, is to buy low and sell high, all right? Now, trading is a zero-sum game. For every successful buy order that is executed into the live market, there must be a seller on the other side of that trade, okay? For every buyer, there's a seller, and for every seller, there's a buyer. This is important, okay? And this is only logical, right? If you wanted to buy something at the market, right? The only way that you're going to be able to buy whatever it is if there is someone there selling it, okay? And if you wanted to sell something at the market, the only way you're going to sell your item is if there is someone there to buy it. So for every buyer, there's a seller. For every seller, there's a buyer. And smart money needs a sucker. Smart money needs somebody to take the other side of their position. Because for every buyer, there's a seller. For every seller, there's a buyer. If smart money is, for example, buying low, they need a sucker on the other side of that trade who's willing to sell low, to sell into the low of the day, perhaps, or to sell into the low of the week, perhaps, right? Smart money needs a sucker. How does smart money make money, right? They don't just walk up to you and ask you for your money. They're going to take your money. And how do they do that? They do that by triggering traders into the market, right? By inducing traders into the market, into a bad position, tricking them, suckering them into taking the opposite side of their trade, right? And there are certain telltale signs that you can learn to recognize when this is happening, right? So there's a reason why when these trade setups occur, that the market trades from one extreme of the range to the other, right? So from the low of the week to the high of the week, for example. There's a reason why that's happening, okay? And the reason is because there are traders trapped at a certain level, all right? So if smart money is buying low, that means that there is somebody out there who is selling low and taking the other side of that trade, right? And as soon as they are triggered into the market and price begins to move against them in the opposite direction because, right, they have sold the low of the day. So price begins to rise against them. If these are daily time frame traders who are triggered at the break of a daily boundary, right, then their stop loss is going to be at the most current high of the day level to the left, right? So their stop loss is going to be at the high of the day if they even have a stop loss. And remember, smart money isn't going to come ask you for your money. They're going to take it from you. So they trap this trader who has shorted the market at the low of the day, and then they begin to eat into the account, right? They smell blood, they go for it. Once those traders are trapped, right? Once the sucker is trapped, price isn't going to come back into that level until it reaches the other side of that boundary, most likely, in most cases. Why? Right? Because if they do bring price back down into that low of the day level, then they're letting this trader out of the market, with a small loss or perhaps even a break-even trade. And that's not how smart money makes their money, by showing mercy. There is no mercy. Nobody came here to play with you. Smart money is going to take your money if you're on the wrong side of the market at the wrong time. You understand what I'm saying? So we can learn to recognize when other time frame traders are perhaps trapped in the market. We can learn to recognize when that happens. Okay, so we don't have to guess about it. We will actually learn to see traders being trapped at a very specific time, at a very specific price level, right? So in the next few upcoming videos, we're going to be looking at this, but I suggest that you go just look through some of Stacy Burke's videos, get yourself familiar with the real deal, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to show you real specific examples of current price action where this is happening. Just go look through your charts, right? And look and see how, go look at the US 30, all right? And you're going to see these consolidations, these London or Asia, London consolidations. That's a US market, right? So it really comes alive in the US session. When that happens, just look at your charts and see how many trades go straight from the high or low of the day all the way to the opposite side of the range, all right? And then go look at the dollar Swiss franc, right? And go look at how many times these trades occur from one side of the range straight to the other, all right? Do a little bit of homework. The next video, we'll get into some real detail about this, all right? But I just don't want you to be bored. So think this idea over. Smart money needs a sucker, okay? Anyway, until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.